Joshua, somebody called Achan has taken something. He said, one of you, go and check. And they check, and it was Achan. And he said, expose that person and destroy that person. Then I can fight for you. And when they eliminated Achan, the battle that defeated them, they now face the battle and they were victorious. And I tell you, sin is a reproach. Proverbs chapter 14 verse 34 says, righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a reproach. And when you turn around in the church today, we Christians, what you see is sin. We are the one to bring righteousness to Nigeria. We are the one to solve Nigeria problem. All the what we are looking at in the church is how we will pay tithe, how we will sow seed, how we will build mega auditorium. Mega auditorium that if fire come now and the mega auditorium will become ashes. It's more precious to men of God in building mega auditorium than doing revival to rescue people from their sin. We have the biggest church. We have the largest congregation. Congregation that all of them, you can, like in the day of Noah, in Sodom and Gomorrah, that even 10 people, Abraham could not find. Abraham could not find. God could not find 10 people from Sodom and Gomorrah. And the anger come, and that is the type of church that we have today, where God cannot find even the pastor worthy of righteousness. Money, money, money. Jesus Christ said, you cannot serve two masters. Serve one. And I tell you, serve God who created you. But today, the God of Mammon has taken over the church. And if the church be righteous, God will give us everything. Before the 2023 election, 2 years before that time, I told Christians, I said the anger of God is upon the church. The move that you people say is a move of revolution. I have not seen revolution. I say men of God and Christians, they will cry after the election. I see that the election will not favor the church. I receive many insults. After the election, they start lying that the election court will do this, do that. And God revealed to me how the election from the court still will not favor the church. And I told Christians, they refused to hear. God was telling me, he said, tell my people, let them bow down and begin to pray for mercy. Let me have mercy upon the church in Nigeria. Let them leave everything. Let them come together. Since 2015 now, God has given me this mandate to save the church, but I have nobody. I have no church. I have no congregation because everybody despises my message. They say your message is too raw, like the message of Isaiah, like the message of Jeremiah, like the message of Ezekiel. He said your message is not the message of God. What you are saying, we cannot hear because we have itching ear. Before the election, I stand out. I say this move that Christians are moving, I am not part of it because it's not what God is showing me. What God is showing me is a different thing. It's now our eyes are open. And Christians are still asking questions. What are we going to do in this problem? What don't you know what to do? When David sinned against God, he went and fasted and prayed the prayer of Psalm 51. He repented. Don't you know what to do? Men of God that are blind, don't you know what to do to save Nigeria? That the GOs that don't have the heart of Father, don't you know what to do to save Nigeria? The money and tithe you are making cannot save the church. It cannot save Nigeria. The argument of social media, on YouTube, on the internet, cannot save Nigeria. All the argument cannot save us. We need to go back to God. I call upon the church, go back to God. In 2015, immediately after the election that brought Buhari, God showed me something that the church need to do. And one of the great men of God, God showed me, he said, go and meet that man. Join hand with him. And let something happen quickly before Nigeria will enter this problem. And today they build one mega auditorium somewhere around Lugbe. And people are saying that the biggest church. And when I see all these things, they front me, it's nothing to me, not be anything. And when I went, they say I must see one pastor called Pastor Jewel. And I related my revelation. He said the revelation is good, but God want to tell the God servant anything, nah, he will show him by revelation by himself. So some of this type of revelation is from Marine. In fact, I left there like he insulted me until today, because the great men of God, they have put people around them. They have seen themselves. They are but when Nathan seemed to see David, Nathan went to David and told David, God said you have sinned. But today, who will tell our daddy Geos? Who will speak to them? Nobody. They are now gods. Whatever they say stand. They sleep with your wife, you can't talk. They sleep with your daughter, you can't talk. Their immorality, nobody can restrain them. And they said, hey, if you look at the nakedness of any man of God and you expose it, that God said, do not touch man, it's a lie.